like being back and hosting this event again?
It's great to be back. Obviously, with COVID, we were delayed a couple years there, but good to be back at Oakdale. It's great spot to golf, and it's amazing how many people came out to volunteer and help out, and how many people donated, and it's just it's amazing to see the support.
What's it like being back in Toronto as a member of the Oilers in general?
It's weird for sure for the first summer back. Busier than I thought. When you go to Edmonton for a year, it was just me and my immediate family, and then you come back and you have your whole extended family, all your other friends, and it's busier. So it's nice to be back for a little bit, and I love being here in the summer.
You said that the Edmonton experience was kind of everything you thought it would be, maybe more. How much of that did you relay to Jack Campbell before he signed?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's tough. I went through the same kind of decision the year before, and everybody thinks it's so exciting and amazing, and it is. But there's also the element, of uncertainty and going to a new environment. So, just tried to convey my experience as best as possible, and just be open and honest with him about how I felt about Edmonton, and I think everybody's situation is different, but for me, like I said, it was the perfect fit.
What kind of person and goaltender are the Oilers getting in Jack?
Mark can tell you.
Nice guy.
No, just an amazing person. Very nice guy. He'll be here later today, so maybe we'll get a chance to meet him if you haven't already. But just a great person first and foremost, and then as a goaltender, just somebody who tries to kind of push the envelope and push his abilities as far as he can, just with his work ethic. And I think that'll fit really seamlessly into the group that we have here, and just extremely talented and competitive, and just a great addition for us.
You haven't been a starting goaltender in Toronto. Do you think that'll help going into another pressure cooker like
sure.
that?
Yeah. He's faced Mark Masters questions, so.
I grew up.
I'm just joking. No, I think being in the Toronto, I think when you play in the Canadian market, you're more used to playing in that pressure cooker, like you said, and he's had experience in it.
So different do you think the Battle of Alberta is going to be with the changes Calgary's made, Johnny and Matthew leaving? Like, what was your reaction to that?
Yeah, definitely didn't see it coming so quickly, obviously, with the changes that were made there. But I've only been in it once, and I don't think it matters who's on either side. The Battle of Alberta is the Battle of Alberta. It doesn't matter who's playing in it. It's going to be crazy.
We talked to you last week about it. Since then, they went back and shipped Tkachuk for Huberdeau. How surprised were you when you heard about that trade, especially?
I know where
Keep your preamble going, Sykes.
Wah, 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 wah. To repeat.
I got half of it.
Yeah. But with Tkachuk getting traded for Huberdeau, it's very rare that you see two top 10 scorers traded for each other. So that in itself brings another ingredient to the Battle of Alberta.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's crazy, right? You don't expect a trade like that to happen. It rarely does in hockey, but I think it's definitely exciting for fans and fan bases, and Calgary got just really good players, so it'll be fun.
You talked about Jack. What about getting Evander Kane re-signed to your group again?
No, he's obviously, everybody saw his importance and what he's able to do on the ice. So bringing a guy like that back who's able to contribute the way he does was, I think, extremely important.
Can you talk about the tournament a little bit?
Sure.
You're giving attention to the Jewish causes. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about what that means to you?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously.
Can you turn to me? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I will. Don't worry.
I'm sure.
I will. I think obviously this tournament for us is extremely important. Like I said before, it was 2 years off because of COVID, and we have incredible sponsors led by the Cooperators. Jason Bird is a good friend of ours, really just donating to great causes, the sick kids and the UJ being the two main benefactors. And growing up in the Jewish community. I think you learn about giving back, and it was something that was really important to me. Learned about it. My parents, taught me about it. Teachers, family, everybody. So I think that's just an important value. Growing up in the Jewish community and being in Toronto, having roots here, you always want to be able to give back and sick kids and the work that they do for kids all across Ontario and the world. I think it speaks for itself. Every year when I was in the Leafs, we'd go and do a visit there. So it really puts things into perspective, and I think it's just amazing the amount of people that are out here, volunteers, people who are donating just to support those causes. It's pretty special.
Can you describe what it's been like to become part of the Edmonton Jewish community? I saw you on a crane at Hanukkah.
Yeah, I was. It's great. It's a smaller community than Toronto, obviously, but it's close-knit, and it was very nice of them to invite me to go and have that honor for Hanukkah, and yeah, it was special, and it was cool to be able to meet a bunch of the members of the community at that event.
Zach, it's a special event, obviously for a special cause, but the root of it all is golf. How's the game?
My game's not very good. I'm playing with Connor, so I've been on him to carry our team. So we'll see. He said he's going to get on the range early, so we'll see if he's there.
I don't know. The reports say that Connor's not too sharp on the greens.
That's what Leon says, so we'll find out. I golfed with him at the last tourney we did, so Leon's pretty good. I'll see if Connor's any good.
Have you been trying to improve for the past 2 years?
Me? Yeah. I had a kid, so that doesn't help my golf time, and then I have another one coming, so that doesn't help it either. So I'm rusty, to say the least.
Fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, just one more hockey question, if you don't mind. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about this championship window coinciding with McDavid and Draisaitl contracts. Of course, you're there long term. The work that Ken Holland did so far this summer, what kind of message does that send to this team right now in the present moment for the next handful of years?
I think that he believes in the group, bringing the majority of the pieces back. Obviously, we had guys who are older, and Dunk's retired, and Smitty had a long career and he's pretty banged up. So, but just bringing back the group and identifying that if Smitty isn't available, we needed a goaltender, number one goalie, and bringing in Jack to be that guy, I think just shows that he has confidence in our group and in our ability to win now. So I think that just motivates everybody to kind of take it to the next level and don't be satisfied with where we were last year.
To that end, you made it to the Final Four. How close did it feel, and how far away did it feel, and how hungry did it make you?
Yeah, I mean, when you look back, it was you get swept, so it feels like you were far. But when you kind of analyze each of those games, it was really only that game 2 that kind of I thought that they really won. The other ones were 1-goal games that could have gone either way. So just the margin for error in the playoffs is so thin, especially when you get down to the Final Four. So just take advantage of it. It's hard to get there.
What did you learn about McDavid? Playing with him and being around Connor that you didn't know before?
Just the person he is. Obviously, I think when you play against him, when I was in that North Division, we played him like 9 or 10 times, so you saw him a ton. You just see his elite ability and his ability to do things that nobody else can. And then when you get to train with him and be around him every day and just get to know him, you just see that it's not just God-given talent. It's something that he works on every single day, and something that he pushes himself to be the best version of himself. And I've said it before, but it's easy when you're chasing a guy and when you're the front man and you're the best in the world. You got to keep pushing yourself and making sure that you're the best. And he's got an uncanny ability to do that. So cool. Okay, thanks guys.